first white people from America came, they claimed that we are recruiting young children in schools. It's when they formed the anti-gay coalition, Rainbow. It's the rainbow, it's our colors. Okay.
The main subject of your film is David Kato, the gay rights activist in Uganda. When you were meeting with him and filming him, were you aware of just how precarious his situation was?
Not to the I mean, we never expected him to be killed, or even kind of any violence to that extent to happen to him. Partly, and from what we understand, that's you know, even the activist community were, I mean, never expected anything like that to happen either. And that was partly because he was such a public figure. There was almost a sense that he was or should have been almost protected by the fact that he was so out and so outspoken and so well known in the country as a gay activist that it almost seemed that doing anything to harm him would just be too public and a bad idea from anyone's point of view. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, he was murdered about a year into our filming, and we were, as you can imagine, utterly horrified.
There's a way you feel when you know you're unwanted. That's how I feel.
I have to pretend to be what I'm not.
I told him like a friend, if I am with you, then I feel as if you're supposed to be my wife.
There's no longer a debate in Uganda. We don't recognize homosexuality as a human right here.
The anti-homosexuality.
He definitely talked about feeling insecure at his home, not always feeling safe when he'd travel around the city. And definitely even the very first time we met him, the only place we could meet him in public was in a very specific hotel in Kampala that he knew to be where he knew the owners were sympathetic to the community and where he felt safe. But there wasn't really anywhere else in the city that he felt safe to meet publicly. It basically became very clear that we'd documented the last year in his life, and that it was very important that we did everything we could to make sure the film did justice to the David we'd gotten to know. And part of that responsibility seemed to be to record the aftermath of his murder and the impact it had on the LGBT community in Uganda and the rest of the world.